Well, one of the big problems for peach growers is peach leaf curl. And if you've had a problem with this in the past, you might think about putting on a fall fungicide application. Well, peach leaf curl is actually a fungal disease that affects the leaves of the peaches. It causes them to turn yellow, wilt, and fall off of the tree. And while this may not severely affect the tree in 1 year, it can cause the tree to go into decline if it happens year after year, and it also affects your peach crop. And today I'm preparing to spray our tree with a fungicide called Cocide because we have had problems with peach leaf curl. And you'll notice that I've got my equipment on to spray with. First of all, I have some rubber boots, and you want to make sure and have rubber boots and not something that's leather because the spray will soak into the leather. I've also got some pants, and you'll notice that they're on the outside of my boots. You never want to tuck that in because the spray will run down into your shoes if your pants are tucked in. I have a long sleeve shirt. I also have on some gloves, and I've got my mask and some eye protection. Now, if I were going to spray up high in the tree, I would also have a hat on to avoid that drip on my head. Now, all of these things are washable, and I want to wash these separate from the rest of my laundry when I take them home and wash them. Now I'm just going to get suited up and start spraying our tree. And I've got a regular garden sprayer here with some air pressure, and I've mixed up my mixture, and you want to be sure and agitate this several times while you're spraying to keep that all mixed up. And now I'm just going to start spraying my tree. Got a little bit of water in there first. Now you'll notice as I'm spraying, I just spray till it drips off, and I'm spraying both the top and the bottom of the branches. Now, it's important to get good coverage on the tree, so don't just spray one side, spray around the whole branch. Now, if peach leaf curl has been a problem for you in the past, you'll want to come back in the spring just before bud swell and make another application of fungicide to take care of that problem. Well, this is going to be the last spray that we're going to do in our orchard this year. And you might wonder, how do we clean the sprayer up to get it ready to store so that it'll be ready to go next spring? And there's two ways to do this to get your sprayer good and cleaned out. And one of those is to take an ounce of ammonia with a gallon of water and put that in your sprayer, shake that up and run it through the hose nozzle, and then let that sit overnight. And then you come back the next day and rinse all that out good, and you can store your sprayer. Another method to clean this out is to take an ounce of soap powder and an ounce of activated charcoal with 3 gallons of water, and place those in your sprayer and do the same thing that you would have done with the ammonia. Shake that up, run it through the nozzle, let it stand overnight, and then rinse it out good. You may wonder where to get the activated charcoal. You can get that any place that they sell aquarium supplies. So it pays to go ahead and clean out your sprayer so that it's ready to go next spring.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.